What is going on, guys? Thanks, Chris Johnson, for giving the New York Jets fans the worst product in the National Football League. This is the worst team in the league, okay? The New York Jets just lost to the winless Miami Dolphins, right? The same Miami Dolphins team who arguably is losing games on purpose. I don't know that to be a fact, but, you know, with some of their choices, some of the decisions that coaching staff has made in the late moments of games, says that they're openly trying to lose games to secure that number one draft pick. This is the same team that traded away Kenny Stills, that traded away Laramie Tunsil, that traded away Minka Fitzpatrick, that traded away Kiko Alonso. And the same team that fired the Jets' current head coach, Adam Gase, okay? It's laughable at this point, okay? Obviously, the Jets are so far away from competing that I'm done letting this team ruin my weekend and, you know, my week. But I mean, and I know a lot of you guys that watch this channel and stuff like that are from like the Northeast area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, what have you. But me, like myself, I'm actually from Florida, so I get to see Miami Dolphins fans pretty much every time I go out. And, you know, I do make it a point from time to time, if they seem like, you know, cool people, I'll go up and I'll say what's up. I'll, you know, try to maybe ask a few questions and stuff like that. And when the Jets hired Adam Gase, when the Dolphins fired Adam Gase, I was really curious on a lot of fans' perspectives on it, because I remember at one point Gase was kind of the hot candidate, right? Coming from Chicago. He was with the Peyton Manning team. You know, you guys heard the whole spiel about how amazing Adam Gase is according to Peyton Manning and this and that. Which is, I mean, a joke at this point. But when I would talk to the Dolphins fans, they would and like, you know, I'm talking about the real, like the true Dolphins fans. They would all tell me the same thing. That he understood somewhat, he kind of had an idea of offensive football, but he was so bad at everything else that the head coach position, you know, is required to do, such as talking to the media, such as coaching defense, such as being a leader, such as game planning, such as making halftime adjustments, such as time and clock management. Horribly, horribly bad. And that's been the epitome of the season so far. Yes, the offense we'll see a play here or there. You know, we'll have, you know, like, for example, the Robbie Anderson touchdown pass, the 90 whatever something yard pass. We'll have like a glimpse here and there. But bottom line is this: we are the worst team in the league. We're the worst team in the league, with a top 5 running back who we don't know how to use, with paying a slot receiver in Jamison Crowder, with having a guy on the outside in Robbie Anderson who teams are calling for. Hey, we look at all these teams that were calling for Robbie Anderson. All these teams know that Anderson can play ball. And we don't know how to use him. We can't get him the football. The offensive line stinks. The quarterback play has just been garbage this season. Whether you want to talk about Darnold, I mean, he's just a turnover machine at this point. Luke Falk's quarterback play was awful. Trevor Siemian, in his short little stint, was completely awful. And by the way, Ryan Tannehill, starting quarterback of the Tennessee Titans, pretty solid numbers without Adam Gase. So it's clear what needs to be done. If you're Chris Johnson, if you're a decision maker within the Jets organization, Joe Douglas included, you have to ask yourself, do you truly believe or envision Adam Gase hoisting a Lombardi trophy with the New York Jets somewhat in the near future, in the next 4 to 5 seasons? Is that a real possibility? The answer is absolutely not. Not in the least. No chance. I mean, you just look at the players' mannerisms on the sidelines. It's just nauseating. And, you know, this is... Say what you want about Jamal Adams wanting to leave and this and that. Say what you want about how he handled the Leonard Williams thing. You know, Joe Douglas and the Jets handling the Leonard Williams thing, trading away whatever, former top 10 pick. But at the end of the day, the Miami Dolphins outcoached us. They outplayed us. They out-hustled us. They out-prepared us. And this is, you know, one of the... Think about all the things that the Jets had going in their favor. Really, Miami only had one thing, and that was that they were playing at home. That was the only thing that was going in their favor. And I do want to credit Miami, because they came out and they showed the Jets up. They played harder, and they were just the better overall team. The Miami Dolphins at this point, who everybody makes fun of, mainstream sports media outlets, people on Twitter, fans of football, everybody pokes and makes fun of the Miami Dolphins for tanking and being a pretty much just an abomination of the of the NFL. The Jets just got blown off the field by them. Blown off the field. Whether you want to talk about that, that pick in the red zone by Sam Darnold was the worst play of the league so far. Not just the Jets, but in the entire league, as like all 32 teams. Arguably that play last week where Baker Mayfield kind of like flipped a little toss kind of thing, but you can kind of say, oh, the defender was making a play, and that was just like players didn't really know what they were doing on offense. Same with the Buccaneers play where I think it was Brashad Perryman came on that like the little end around thing or the reverse thing, and he bumped into the running back. But it's just players not knowing what they were doing, just didn't really know. That interception was so bad. And yeah, you can say, oh, the refs took away a touchdown from Ryan Griffin and stuff like that. I actually think the refs made a right call on that. But this team is so far away from competing. So far away from competing. The safety, are you kidding me? Ryan Fitzmagic throwing for, I think he threw for over like 270 yards or something like that. Multiple touchdown passes. I don't think he had a turnover. The winless Miami Dolphins kicked the Jets' ass. Big time. So credit to Miami, credit to their fans. They came out, they showed up. And the New York Jets are now 1-7. We are 1-7 on the season. I don't need to say it. Everybody knows what needs to change. It starts from the top down. And it's funny, we see all these people on Twitter, all these Jets fans on Twitter, talking about Mike McCarthy and the possibility of possibly signing him next season to be the coach. Complete wasted season by the Jets, by Chris Johnson and these guys to hire Gase. Wasted season. We could have had McCarthy last year if that's indeed the guy that everybody wants. I wouldn't mind Mike McCarthy. There were definitely some guys I would have preferred over McCarthy last season. And there's also even a couple guys that, kind of in the weeds that nobody's really talking about, Matt Eberflus and stuff like that, that I still would prefer over Mike McCarthy. But just a wasted season. A wasted season, and I'll apologize because I know the Jets won't do it. And I know you guys are all loyal Jets fans. You guys are all diehard Jets fans because we are 1-6 on the year, or actually, 1-7 on the year. And you're tuning in and you're watching this video. We are now 8 minutes into the video, so you guys are the real MVPs, if you will. You guys are the real fans. You guys are the true definition of a diehard football fan. So I will apologize on behalf of the Jets organization. I'm sorry that we've had to sit through this disgusting mess of a season. It's been tough. We've wasted a lot of time on Sundays. We've really had a lot of unnecessary stress and anxiety about this football season that clearly should not have been there. At the start of the season, we were hoping for 7-9, 8-8, 9-7, possibly making a wild card push, competing with the Buffalo Bills for that second place in the AFC East. We are now in last place of the AFC East, looking at the number 1 draft pick, looking at possibly replacing the head coach, looking at possibly replacing all 5 members on the offensive line. Not good. Not good. Not good in the least. I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, go Jets.